We killed hundreds of thousands of people in the Middle East. I always say it's the bloodiest sand anywhere in the world.
The world's terrorists are the United States. Look what we did to Iraq. Look what we did to Libya. Libya, the most successful country in all of Africa. The guy created the eighth wonder of the world with the way how he delivered water and turned deserts into farmland. And everybody had a house and everybody had education and healthcare. And we turned it into a failed state run by terrorists with open slave markets. Who did that? Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton did that. And they'll never have to pay a price for that. Barack Obama, the most he'll do is go, that was a mistake.
But why did they get rid of Gaddafi?
Because he was going to start a currency of Africa that was going to compete with the U.S. dollar and the euro. And they can't have that because the way the United States controls the world is because the United States dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So that's why they can put sanctions on all these countries. And so what they're doing, which they shouldn't do, they're weaponizing the U.S. dollar. And so like when countries want to trade with each other, they have to go take their currency, change it into U.S. dollars so they can trade. And a lot of it was based on the petrodollar, which, by the way, Saudi Arabia just quit. They didn't renew it. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, and all of a sudden, CBS News is starting to do news stories about how Saudi Arabia was involved in 9/11. All of a sudden, 24 years later, all of a sudden, oh, you know what? Turns out there was something happened. And they're like, you mean 2 weeks after they decided to not renew the fucking petrodollar? Now CBS News is allowed to talk about that and investigate it, which when I talked about it got demonetized. So that's why, because Gaddafi was doing that. Mm-hmm. He was going to set up a currency for all of Africa, and it was going to be based on, have a gold standard. And so they're like, no, you're not. You're not fucking doing that. And they made up a bullshit thing like, we got to save the people. You guys, they don't give a fuck about the people in America. They got veterans and everybody else living under every goddamn bridge in this country. You think if they gave a shit about those people, don't you think they'd start helping the people right outside the front door?
Right.
Instead of, no, we gotta go help people in Libya, and we gotta help people. It's about helping people in Ukraine, and it's about helping people in Taiwan, and it's about no. This is all about an upward transfer of money. This is about balkanizing countries and turning it over to BlackRock and Vanguard. That's what this is about.
Yeah.
You heard him right. The worst terrorist is the United States of America. I am so glad that some Americans now know the truth and they are saying it. You get, this is the reason why they took Gaddafi out. Now America is in Libya, claiming to help the people, the same people they destroyed. This has been their game all along. They go into countries, create problems, and very soon they send their troops there in the name of a peacekeeping mission to go and extract whatever it is they have discovered from there. America does not go into partnership with any poor country. They go into partnership with countries where they have seen something valuable that they can grab. You get, the Kenyan president just went into some kind of deal with them. Now they're in Kenya because they have seen something there that they want to grab. And the funniest thing is when they get into any particular country, they don't leave it the same. They would do everything to suck it dry and would destroy the political system of that country. So guys, I don't know, but I'm just so happy that the truth is gradually coming out. My problem now is the kind of leaders we have. They don't have balls. They cannot even stand up and say enough is enough. We don't want you. This is the problem we have. So my dear African youths, get into politics. We need to unite this continent. I don't know how, but I strongly believe that we are going to do it.
Please understand that for the Filipino people, this is a recipe for disaster. You think America is your friend. So too did the Ukrainian people. And they are dying by the hundreds of thousands. Friends don't let friends die in those quantities. The Ukrainians have been displaced by the tens of millions. Friends don't let friends have their cities destroyed in this manner. Friends don't let friends have families separated, have mothers and children destined to a life of refugee status in perpetual poverty. That's not how friends behave. America has never been the friend of the Ukrainians, and we are not the friends of the Filipinos. We don't like you. If we did like you, we wouldn't be doing this to you. We are using you.
If China, Russia, Iran, and even the rest of the world join forces, they won't even come close to defeating the United States. The U.S. military budget is bigger than the next 10 most powerful countries combined. The U.S. has over 750 military bases around the world, while Russia barely has 20. A single U.S. aircraft carrier is more powerful than the entire Russian Air Force. But what makes the United States more powerful isn't its military, but its unimaginable economic power that can fund the most powerful military in history. The United States controls the global financial system, produces the most advanced weapons, and even controls GPS. If it weren't for nuclear weapons, Russia and China would have never challenged the United States.